Can you imagine? Joke of the century. Can you imagine what this one is saying? What these people are saying? The coalition of 52 northern group CNG has told the United Nations UN to stay away from Nnamdi Kanu's case. Ooh, Nabi, I just want to talk. They should stay away. Which power do you have? Your power is just ends or just resides in the north. You are telling them, if you like, be 100 or 1 billion. You are telling the United Nations to stay away. You see them? To stay away from Nnamdi Kanu's case. Politics Nigeria reports that Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is detained in Abuja where he is facing terrorism trial. The CNG warned the federal government to be wary of the UN's interest in Kanu's case, saying the Muhammadu Buhari administration should not set a dangerous precedent in the country. And meanwhile, they have a bandit, they have a Esme, Fulani this, Fulani that. Will have people who are coming all the way from Niger Republic. These guys are getting gone. Nobody's even saying, how are they bringing this ammunition into the country? They are not bothered. They are killing them in their large numbers. They are not bothered. We have all the leaders of the Boko Haram, the leaders of the bandits, left, right, and center. They are inside this country, yet they have not arrested any of them to even put them behind bar. The only thing we hear is repentance, this, repentance, that. That is what we hear. And they told us that they have the names of the sponsors of Boko Haram. Till today, Malami has never released those names. Well, record that the UN had asked the Nigerian government to release Nnamdi Kanu immediately and unconditionally and pay him adequate compensation for the arbitrary violation of his fundamental human rights over his arrest in Kenya in June 2021. A communique signed by the CNG spokesman Abu Aziz Suleiman, obtained by this newspaper on Tuesday, reads in part, saying, we caution the UN to desist from allowing some of its officials to drag it into international disrepute by interfering in particular with the matter of the trial of the IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. Okay, the matter of the trial of the IPOB leader. We equally caution the Nigerian authorities against succumbing to undue pressure from whatever quarter so as to avoid setting a dangerous precedent in the country. Okay, you can imagine them that they are warning them, don't be threatened. They on our back, 52 foolish groups, exactly, cow group. Now wow. The more you detain Nnamdi Kanu, the more anarchy the country, Nigeria. Directly, those unknown Arewa youth are the terrorists behind terrorism in the land. They will never like or want any external or internal power interfere with their evil plots. No wonder these sets of 52 terrorist groups nearly extinct all separatists in the country. Coalition of 15 other Banza Bokwa groups is a terrorist organization. Fear of it. In fact, there's nothing that fears the northerners. From what I've seen, there's nothing that fears them more than this disintegration. There's so much panic. There's so much afraid. They're so afraid of this disintegration. I don't know. And they're always boasting. What do you do with your population? What do you do with the boasting that we can rule? Can't you rule yourself? Why? Why is it that you are so afraid? That is the biggest mountain before them. All this terrorism that we are talking about left, right, and center, it is nothing compared to anybody calling for the separation of this country. They are so afraid. The fear of disintegration of Nigeria haunting, giving North Nigeria people Hausa Fulani sleepless nights, because if Nigeria ceases to exist, Northerners and Hausa Fulanis are dead because they have nothing to feed on. Their survival is on the resources of South, oil, gas, and money. Please keep warning them. How does that concern you? Even a country cannot even warn you, and talk less of a group. The same kind of vultures that hardened the heart of Pharaoh from letting Israelites go. When international law justice comes down heavily on Buhari and Malawi, these foolish groups will never show face for where. Because this rain gonna fall, men will weep indeed. These Fulani terrorists are killing and destroying lives in the country while holding an activist in detention. Why won't they warn UN? It is only terrorists that can do that and hope to get away with it. We are watching. We are watching. We are watching. We are watching. Oh, 52 coalition. You just make it like 1 billion. Maybe the UN will be afraid, sort of. They will be shaking. Ew, 52. Even this Abdulaziz, oh my God. I have never seen these people come out to even condemn or to cry out over this insecurity happening in the north. They will never. Thank God that even the Southerners are not even pitying them again, because, from all the indications, that they know exactly what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. Some people have been cowed. And you begin to wonder, people from the south, the politicians or the leaders from the southern part of the country, they begin to wonder how these people think. All this, what is it called? Oh, delay. That one self is not even talking. That one self is just doing it quietly. That was just they do gra 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 gra. You begin to wonder, these guys, the root cause of this whole problem, they are not even dealing with it. They are not even talking about it. All of them are just, when instead of you to cut the problem, from the root, uproot the problem from the roots, but they are just at somewhere at the center, at the top, just playing to the gallery. I mean, why problems are going on underground? They are just working left, right, and center on how to get power. I want to get it. I want to get that. It's all about selfishness. Whether the country burns or not is none of their business. And at the end of the day, this whole thing is going to haunt them because of the little things that they've neglected. And that is why even the so-called Wike is having problems. Tinubu, that one, I don't just understand what that one. They call themselves leaders, and yet they cannot see beyond their nose because of a pot of porridge. Who does that? It's unfortunate. All this one now will not be coming and be giving order. The only person that is speaking what is happening, Nnamdi Kanu has said his own. The only sitting governor that is talking what Nigerians can feel and saying it and hitting the nail on the head is Governor Tom. And he said days ago that there are documents of the sponsors of this Fulani terrorists. He calls them out outrightly. And those ones, they say they are even taking him to ICC. They are funny sets of people. Okay, we'll continue one, That just like somebody said, by the time Buhari and Olami will start having problems now, all of them, they don't go fish your face now. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take for this. Thank you.